Okay, salute. Wow, man, this is gonna be a little quick one. Nocturnal thoughts. Salute to everybody out there, boxing YouTube universe. So, just finished watching the little press conference. I didn't watch the whole thing. I watched enough of it, but Gervonta Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia, April 27th. First thing I gotta say, man, abracadabra is magic. Voila. Leonard Ellerbe is back into the picture with Gervonta Tank Davis. You know, said GTD, better known as, Floyd Money Mayweather Productions, or TMTR, whatever it is. So Leonard Ellerbe is back. And I'm not the type of person that likes to talk about another man look. Negative, or if I do give somebody a compliment, you know what I'm saying, it's just out of respect for saying, hey man, I dig that, that's cool. But I never could talk about Leonard Ellerbe nose the way I've heard so many people talk about his nose. I don't like talking about people's noses. It's your nose. That's what God then gave you. Now, if you go get it fixed, once you get some money, then I'm gonna look at you more funny, because I'm like, you was had a esteem issue about that. But honestly, even though I could get all the jokes that was always talked about with Ellerbe nose, it was never his nose that used to piss me off. It was a damn pencil thin goatee that didn't match his damn chin that used to just irk my nerves. And I'm like, all this damn money, you got all this damn money. Why is your barber giving you this bullshit ass fucking pencil thin, look like a damn tattoo chin? It just, I never could get over it, but I wasn't gonna never really just say that. It's not my nature to say it and just keep harping on it. But I was pleasantly surprised to see this full white beard. Shout out to the beard from Leonard Ellerbe, man. Looked like a Ron Isley or something. But it looked like, to me, it almost looked like he would never let his beard grow until Mayweather gave him the A-OK. Like, once Mayweather got his beard all fixed and put together, then he was like, okay, now you can go let your whiskers grow, Ellerbe. Because obviously Ellerbe's beard is natural. And obviously, he was keeping that shit jet black for a long time. And now it's got the white, and it just looked better. You look more distinguished. It looked like it's how you're supposed to look. And, salute to it. Anyways, De La Hoya said that they asked him how would he beat Tank if he was fighting Tank, and De La Hoya said he would have to bring a bat into the ring. You know what I'm saying? I don't think De La Hoya has a whole lot of confidence that Ryan Garcia is going to win this fight. It was very professional. Brian Custer did a hell of a job. De La Hoya did a good job. Ellerbe did a good job. Coach Calvin Ford did a hell of a job. Very emotional, and gave high praise, compliments, and took his hat off and showed respect and salute to everybody that was up there. Ryan Garcia, he did a decent little job. Made a fact to point out, that Gervonta Tank Davis was late, but they didn't do a lot of back and forth talking. They kept it professional and just answered the questions the way Leonard Ellerbe, or the way Brian Custer asked the questions. Ryan Garcia did backtrack on the whole knocking out Tank in 2 rounds type of talk. Said, I was just giving you a prediction, but he's prepared to make adjustments, and he's prepared for a 12-round fight. Gervonta Tank Davis said, man, he just was talking out of his ass. But for the most part, they showed each other a lot of respect and kept it professional. When they did their face-off, that's when shit got real. And that's what I had to go back and rewatch to see those little bitty hairline fractures in the demeanor of Ryan Garcia. and then zoom in and focus on him and see if he's gonna be able to mend him. Because yeah, I think he was a little nervous. He got time. He's a little nervous, but he got time to mend those little hairline fractures that I saw in his demeanor, but I definitely saw when they got face to face. I don't really put a whole lot of weight behind who break eye contact first, and it depends on who it is and how they do it. I don't put a whole lot behind body language, but it depends on who it is and how they do it. And looking at the body language of Tank and looking at the body language of Ryan Garcia and who broke contact first and who was putting off a certain amount of dominant energy, or who looked like they was a little bit more submissive or a little bit more unsure. And even listening to Ryan Garcia talk, he almost had a fraudulent slip where he said he don't know how good he is until he fight Tank. Like, I don't know if I am who I think I am. He didn't say it this way, but this is the way I took it. He was like, I don't even know how good I am unless I fight Tank. But it was like he was really letting that, like the bar was already set higher than, but he felt like he can jump. You know, you can tell me how you took it, but he did say a little bit about, you know, he said something into the vein of, this would be the fight to show myself how good I am. So take that and let me know what you think about it. I took it as he kind of showed a little bit of a weakness in his confidence, but I know he wants to fight Tank, but I don't think he really believes he can win against Tank past a puncher's chance. And he also says something about, don't be surprised if this fight is a little bit more technical than what y'all would think, which leads me to believe that he might be trying to, you know, do a little more of a Bernard Hopkins type of a style, jab, and clinch. And I don't think he's going to be strong enough to clinch. And I don't think he has the right kind of inside game to jab his way in and then try to clinch like a Devin Haney. He's not that type of a fighter. So we'll see. They cut off the mics when they was face to face and they started talking back and forth. They cut the sound. So I'm sure they're going to release videos later on to let us in on what was being said. You know, Tank was saying he was soft. I couldn't tell what Ryan Garcia was saying. He was beating on his chest and trying to pump himself up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Every once in a while, Bernard Hopkins would kind of point him towards to do the fake, to do the, you know, and he would kind of go back like this, but he looked like he really didn't want to engage entirely with Gervonta Tank Davis. One thing I did hear Gervonta, I could read out that Tank was saying is, I'm gonna walk you down. He said that shit repeatedly. I'm gonna walk you down. I'm gonna walk you down. And it just looked like to me Tank had already like sized him up and was starting to put some pressure on him. And it looked like that pressure was already showing that Ryan Garcia, the force is not as strong as what he thought it would be in the presence of Tank. It looked like to me his energy started to decline, but that can change. You know what I'm saying? And they're gonna go with self-reflect and self-analyze and soul search, and we'll see. But Tank just looked like Tank. Tank looked like he about the business, he about the shits. He just looked like he ready to put in some work, and he seemed focused, and he seemed like he just in his peak, in his prime right now. So it's a great fight. It's a huge fight, and let the best man win. Ryan Garcia, he do got skills. He got puncher's chance. He got flaws in his defense. He got a great trainer in Joe Goosen, and they might put together a game plan that I can't think of that's going to lead to a victory against Gervonta Tank Davis. Coach Calvin Ford, I know he does a great job at preparing Tank and studying and keeping Tank motivated and keeping his head focused and sharp. And it just looked like to me that all signs point to a victory via knockout for Tank Davis. I just think Tank gonna eventually hit Ryan with something that Ryan's gonna. I think Ryan's gonna quit. Honestly, I think Ryan gonna want to put on a show, and he gonna entertain, and he gonna come to fight, But I think once it gets to a certain point, then he gonna kind of wave the white flag. He gonna kind of mentally and physically submit, as long as he can keep his head up and look himself in the mirror. Like, he ain't gonna just go in there and just get touched with something and then lay down. It's gonna take some work. It's not gonna be an easy fight. And if Ryan Garcia can surprise himself, he gonna captivate. He gonna, you know what I'm saying? I think Ryan Garcia looked like this. It's a win-win for him. Even if he lose, he probably feel like he win. But if he win, he gonna take it. If he see like, man, I'm better than I thought I was, and he ain't strong, and he start whooping his ass, he gonna win. He gonna beat him up, and he gonna win. But I think that's not what's primary. I think what's really primary is Tank. He feel like he gonna go in there and give it his best shot, and then once he feel like he pleases his millions of followers, and once he feel like he pleased himself, it's kind of like how Caleb Plant, when he fought Canelo. Caleb Plant did just enough to please himself and please his fans, and please, he even asked Canelo, not so bad, huh? Not so bad. And it's like, soon as he let that cat out the bag, that he was just fighting to prove, showing to prove, I am on your level. Once he let that out the bag, it deflated him, and Canelo just knocked him out. Ryan Garcia, I think, is going to be on the same thing. Like, he's going to come in there and try to earn Tank respect, but once he's going to see that I'm going to get his respect, but he's going to knock me out in order to show it, he's going to get knocked out. You know what I'm saying? He's going to hand over his crown and hand over his throne, and he's going to gracefully bow out, but in a way, he's going to like have some moral victory. And from that point on, I think he's going to be putting on his pom-poms, and he's going to be a cheerleader for Tank. Wow.